Button. And now we're live. So now we're live with
Hello.
the start of coverage. But it's only the start. And we'll talk more about the game here in a second once I get STV and I get confirmation that Aoki is not baiting me. But yeah, I feel like... Because I looked at the RGL sandbagging requirements and... whatever the criteria is to make sure that you're not sandbagging a division. And, like, I don't fulfill any of it. But they're like, oh, you've played too much med. You'd be too good on med in amateur. I'm like, do you hear yourself talk? Like, can you read that sentence back to me? Like, in what world is there, like, a too good on med in AM? If you've been playing at IM consistently for years. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's like... I can like understand the position to a certain extent because you don't want to let somebody just like drop down and then just ruin the whole div. There's back in like season like 5 or something. There's an invite player like Kura, I think was his name, who played invite demo and dropped down to play like med and amateur, and his team just won every single game. It's like I can understand a certain level like logic there, but like I don't know. It's a case-by-case basis.
Well, we got AZ already in the fucking in the chat. Yeah, I think I do agree it's a case-by-case basis. I just love to passionately argue that I should be one of the case-by-cases in the affirmative. Like, yeah, we'll let Jazz play AM. Because I did a few... Who we got?
It's me.
Xantari.
What's going on, boss?
I just wanted to make sure that you told Shu to eat his beta male kibbles.
Shu, you got to eat your beta male kibbles, okay?
I got him right here on my desk with me.
Hey, there we go.
To hold my mic up so that way I don't crunch into it. But
I don't know why I like can't watch the stream. It's like super laggy for me.
Is that true?
Yeah, but I mean it's like everything right now. I don't know what the deal is. It's like my YouTube too.
I thought it was me.
Everything's like loading super slow. Nah, I don't think it's a problem.
Check your Steam, because when I got home, like my fucking everything was super laggy. I'm like, what the fuck's going on? And it's downloading Counter-Strike 2. I'm like, when did I ever decide to download Counter-Strike 2?
I am actually downloading 2K right now. Maybe that probably has everything to do with it.
Boom. Bada bing, bada boom.
Wonderful looks, wonderful looks. Are y'all casting?
We're live right now. I was going to wait until I got STV to do like an official introduction, but yeah. I just have some weird fucking... I was on Instagram the other day. You've heard of Instagram, right, Shu?
It's this niche app. I believe I've heard of it, yes.
Okay. So I was on Instagram. They have something called Reels, and there was a reel with this band Angine de Poitrine, and it's like these two dudes with like these fucking paper mache costumes that they're wearing with like microtonal guitars, and like it fucking rips. I forgot why I was telling this story. They're on the stream right now is the point. Everybody's like in the background hearing the soft, kind of real funky, real heavy microtonal math rock. You're welcome, guys. And then once I get STV, that's when we get into the actual game itself, and we'll talk about stuff. So that's why I was saying it. I'll stop talking now. I might have to go hop in Aoki's team server real quick and be like, hey, it's 8:33. Where's my STV? Where's my STV?
Oh my gosh!
It'd be funny if we just didn't get it.
Dude, somebody just asked me to ring, and I joined the channel, and guess who's sitting in the voice? Young Sanity. This is gonna be epic.
Oh.
Hey, shout out to Young Sanity, by the way. The Young Sanity Memorial stream went so hard, for the record.
Yeah, that was our game, wasn't it?
That was your game, yes.
Alright, I'm gonna get a ring for them. I'll talk to y'all later. Best of luck with your cast.
Thank you, sir.
Peace out.
Enjoy. Alright, let me go join these other... I'll be right back, is what I'm trying to say.
Yeah, pester them.
Okay.
That's all That's all
me yelling at a kibble means I'm in a good mood. That's like, whew, thank the Lord.
Are you guys excited? You guys ready?
Mm-hmm.
No, we lost. And by lost, I mean won. Jesus Christ. Jesus Christ.
Aoki, do you have STV yet? Aoki?
He just went to go. He just went to go get water, I think.
Oh my god. This is all on the stream, by the way, for the record. I was like, just for fun. I'll cut it out after in post. I'll get rid of it in post. Okay, Saf? It's gonna be gone in post.
I see. So I can say whatever I want.
Well, you can't say whatever you want. Keep in mind Jamon's in here. But other than that,
what that wait, what that mean?
Dude, you're implying that I would be saying the N-word if I wish to say whatever I want.
Whoa!
Apparently in RGL, you can't even call people crackers. Get banned for a week.
What about ferrets?
Don't dare insinuate it as an insult against white people. M17 will come to save the white race.
Alright.
My God.
This is definitely going to be taken out.
Oh my lord.
Alright, hey, good luck, fellas. That was a bad idea. Alright, I just sent it to you.
Okay.
Alright. Alright, let's, I'm going to connect to the STV. All this like first minutes of the cast I'm just taking out when I edit the VOD.
Oh, I see. So
yeah.
This is all I can say whatever.
No, because Danmar just said whatever he wanted, and then I realized.
Oh.
Yeah, I shouldn't make jokes. Okay. All right, I'm gonna mute us, and then I'm gonna let this song play out, and then we're gonna talk about the game. Give me 1 sec.
Okay.
Oh my god, I'm fucking retarded. I exited out of the tab, and Shoeshocker's still muted. All right. It's truly a Just Jazz stream. All right, I'm gonna lead us in. You ready? It's so funny, by the way. I'm like, all right, I'm gonna lead us in, and then I'm gonna let the music play out, and then I close the fucking tab before the song hit the crescendo. So anyway,
did it just explode or?
No, it just has a good. It's like it's at that part of the song where like it's really just it's going and going and going, and then like it ends in a really satisfying way, and then there's just like a minute of the song that nobody's ever gonna hear from the stream.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So, with that said, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Is Just Jazz Real Twitch.tv. We are coming to you live with the RGL main spring blue mini-season semifinals and Young Sanity celebration stream. That's right, he's back. Young Sanity back from... He's never dead, but he was in the last stream. But he wasn't actually. Tonight we're going to be casting Global Clan Pootis versus the Goblin Zone. And we're going to have a great time doing it. My name is Just Jazz. I am the owner of the Twitch stream. And unlike last time, where it was me solo casting for 3 hours, we actually have a very special guest tonight. We have Shoeshocker from the team Skringus Goes to Washington. I don't know what your team name actually is.
I think it's just Skringus team. Except it's TEEM.
Skringus team, double E. How you doing tonight, boss?
Doing pretty good. I got nothing better to do, so I was like, this seems fun, and I love just guerrilla casts, so I figured why not. That's
exactly it. Like, you know, it's sometimes with TF2 you just gotta get the stream out there. I've always been a big advocate of streaming the playoff matches that nobody else wants to look at. Everybody's like, oh, I want to watch Invite. No. I want to watch main blue mini-season Global Clan Pootis, the Goblin Zone. Like this is where the action's at tonight. Also, it's the early game, and also because Fireside cast shoutouts Fireside are streaming the game that I originally wanted to do, which was Rome versus Ravioli Boy 6-7. So quick change of plans. Let's look at some rosters, by the way. I have to pull up both of the rosters. I don't actually know who plays on what.
You don't have a graphic, right? It's just...
Nope, it's just me looking at the logs and hoping for the best. Hoping that I'm right. It's not like casts of yore where I was actually prepared and tried to do it super professional. Now it's only kind of professional. So I'm going to read off from the logs of Goblin Zone. And I'm sure some of these guys are aliasing. But so on Goblin Zone, we have Sam, Sanjay, Tomato Tom, Friend, Matthew Fong the First, and then Face, who I know goes by Azen. It's a good lineup. I recognize some of those names. Some of the names I don't recognize.
Friend, very famously, is a certain Froyotech alumni and noted friend of Tomato Tom, Muma.
Oh, geez, I should give them their day in the sun. All these players and actually pull up the RGL. Let's see. So Sam on RGL is Crack Baby Dumpster, and then Sanjay is Tummy Rumbla, and then
AKA Magma. Goes by a lot of names.
I think Matthew Fong the First is Slamborghini, and then Friend you said is Muma.
Yes, should be Momo.
And then Azen. That's like that's a lineup and a half. Because I know Azen has played like high invite in years gone by.
Yeah, he was up there for a little bit.
And then rounding out the Global Clan Pootis team, we have Aoki on Scout. We have I'm in their Discord, so I should just be able to look at their names. They have oh, jeez. I'll skip the other scout for a second while I pull up his RGL profile. On soldiers, they have Eggsy and Danmar33, Jamond, the people's champion, on demo, and then Saf on med, and Ivan on the other scout. So, kind of a mix of old heads versus up-and-comers, which I think will make for an interesting matchup here tonight. So, Shoe Shocker, I know you've been doing a lot of research over the last 10 minutes since I said we were going to be doing this one. Any thoughts on these rosters so far?
Well, during my time in Maine, I played a lot of scrims against the Aoki team, so that's what I have a fair bit of knowledge about. And I'd say that these guys are... If this was a normal Maine season, they would very easily be a top 3 roster. I mean, these guys they're pretty committed to the season. I know Aoki's kind of had a lot of bumps and a lot of seasons that I think were pretty awkward for him. So being able to construct what is a really powerful roster is probably... I mean, he's probably got to be very excited about that. I know that a lot of these guys have been grinders. Danmar took a season off, or he played demo last season, so now he's finally back in his main as soldier. They pulled Eggsy out of semi-retirement. I don't know. I just think it's definitely going to be a close battle with these guys because, I don't know, we scrimmed them a bunch and we were 5th place in Maine, and these guys were pretty cleanly taking us to like 2-1, 1-2 losses, those kind of games. So,
give me 1 second. I'm just adjusting some stuff on my end. Who would you say from the Global Clan Pootis boys or girls are kind of like the key players, or are there anything in particular that you notice about how they played that would render them a massive threat?
Well, if I had to repeat the words that people said about Danmar, I'd probably get banned. So
true.
I'm going to be looking a lot at the soldier duos because I know, I'll just say Danmar's kind of bottled chaos. You can just whip out some fucking nonsense and it usually works. I can swear on this, right?
You can absolutely swear.
Okay. Danmar's just an insane soldier, and Eggsy I have played with many times. He's very good as well. I certainly don't wish to denigrate the talents of the other positional groups on Global, Clan, Pootis, but I do think that it's probably going to come down to a soldier difference if they do manage to win, because those two guys are very good.
Yeah, I remember when I was watching the boys, the Global Clan Plutus against your team before you were on it. I was very impressed with Danmar's ability just to make shit happen. I thought him and Aoki were probably the strongest ones on the night, and then I can't remember who they had on Soldier that night.
I think it was
Danmar.
Mercy.
I don't think it was Mercy. It might be Mercy. Whoever they had on Soldier as well was a good addition and was a sight to see at times. But on the other hand, there's two teams on the server, right? So you got Sam, you got Muma. Hey, Muma, that's a by the way, that's a LAN champion. Like,
yes,
I-Series international LAN champion Muma. Like, this is not, oh, they just played an invite. Like, no, they've been to the top of the top and they've won it all. Right? This is a player, top 100 TF2 players of all time, as ranked by whoever did it from, I can't remember his name.
What was his
I can't remember his name.
Kirby profile pic.
I feel so bad too, because like I've spoken to him like a billion times. I think we're live, by the way. We're live, by the way. Hey, score predictions. Get that in the chat right now. What's your score prediction?
I'm going to go with a 4-2 in favor of Global Clan Pootis.
4-2 in favor of Global Clan Pootis. Bold prediction. So I'm going to be on the blue team demo man rollout right now. Gets to mid, him and Jamon trying to trade some spam. Jamon grabbing the pack. Big soldier bomb in almost immediately from friend. That would be Muma. He's on the airstrike too. Very interesting choice. Both teams still vying for position. Soldiers getting in, getting aggressive on the red team. Eggsy going down, Muma going down. Tomato Tom 1 health, but Sam cleaning up Aoki. It's a 5v4. Tomato Tom living on the 1 health, and the red team they're backing out. They're saying, no, there's nothing to be gained here. There's nothing to be gained. What would you see on that mid, Shoe Shocker?
Well, I definitely feel like that the fast rollout from the airstrike soldier was an interesting choice, but as I've come to understand, Muma does a lot of like crazy shit, and so this is kind of no exception. It definitely did feel like blue team had a pretty consistent control of fight during that whole mid, so if I were on red, I'd look to rectify that for the next mid.
Tomato Tom going down in lobby, and then picking up Muma as well. A trap by Jamond on sewer. That's going to open up an opportunity for them to push through the choke. Danmar trying to get through the flank right now. Sort of just doing a little bit of spam, just trying to get what he can get. They're finally committing out. They're finally fully on this fight on mid, but Saf does go down. Saf caught right in front of sewer. A huge bomb from Tomato Tom is going to pick him up. And Danmar going down as well, so that's a full Uber disad. Saf dropping at the same time. So now, it's a tough situation. This is alright, let's go get set up on last, guys. This might be the best opportunity for us to keep this round together. Eggsy potentially going down in lobby too, but he survives. So all 6 up for the last hold. Full Uber advantage on the side of the Goblin zone. Trying to figure out where they want to push in as well. Looks like they're going to be taking it through 3 or 4. Maybe now, here we go. They're taking it in through 4. Big bomb in from the demo, and Sentry Gun does go down. They're crossing over on the left side. But they have not found any frags yet. It's even players. Muma's the first player that goes down. Danmar going down shortly after, but there's so much cap time. And, hey, as I've always told any of the lower teams I've mentored, PTFP, play the freaking point. And they do that oh so well, and that's going to be the first round on the board for the Goblin zone. I'm going to change the scoreboard, run us through this next mid.
Alright, so we're looking at Danmar. It's Chudmar, my apologies. Gonna be taking that pack. Numuma doing the same roll again, minus the airstrike. He's gonna be taking down to about 20 health here, but looks like some stronger height control from red side here. As they manage to get knocked back, they're getting pushed back as blue team is going to take a little bit more space. They're rotating into death corner here as both soldiers attempt to make space. Demon very weak. They managed to pick off Muma here, and honestly, without any positioning here, Goblin Clan is just forced to kind of rotate back out there. I think a very good approach to try to take height again, but I'm seeing a lot of kind of rotational mid concepts, which Global Cam was employing, which I think is very interesting. As they kind of push into 2 here, it doesn't really feel like Goblin Zone has any space, and they're just kind of forced to back up as a result. So what could have turned into a second hold is instead become a last hold, which is very interesting. And we've seen, this is the first instance of Muma Pyro. I checked a couple of their logs earlier, and they were running a bunch of Pyro too, so he's having a bit of a stare down with Eggsy.
Yeah, just Eggsy getting all the way down to 60 some odd health as a result. I updated the scoreboard, by the way, guys. I forgot that I did not have the scoreboard up, so but we fixed it now, right? Oh shit. Muma doing just all sorts of crazy stuff. What a sack, by the way. Getting the force out. And now, I can't believe I got off the cam for that. I'm stupid. Sorry, guys. And now, blue team, Aizen, full Uber advantage. I'm going to wait for his players to push back, to respawn before pushing out. I'm interested on the sack positions of both Danmar and Eggsy, because you know they're going to go for some stuff. Hey, Danmar, this is his bread and butter. You know, he's gonna try to do something, but they're just gonna end up using Uber just fully. They're gonna pick up Jamond, but have they picked up anybody else? Where is the Danmar cam? He's all the way out as well. So a clean retake, but it's gonna end up in a bit of a leapfrog situation. There is a sniper on the field. Dad Chad potentially getting the demo. Oh. Yeah, get some, but oh no. The pipe from deep, the three-pointer, dropping the med. Well, not dropping, right? 95% Uber, basically dropping the med. And now Aoki's just in. He's like, all right, I'm down. Hey, it takes 2 to tango. Does Eggsy get anything? No. Does Danmar get anything? No. Does Aoki get anything? Maybe. Yes. Aoki picking up both Tomato Tom and Sam and engaging in the 1v1 with Muma, but Muma's just like, listen, I've seen this before. You're not going to win this one.
Rotating into IT now, they're looking to take the push through there, which is pretty interesting, but they get through essentially undisturbed. Sitting on the point right now, Face might have to force the soldier spamming down, but looks like they just managed to pick off a kill up ahead. Eggsy also taken down here. So now they're looking at a very good, about 50% ad, pushing to 2 without any spam class. Well, actually, they have 1. It's just Danmar here as they rotate through IT, potentially a smart choice. And they're going to try to take this Uber just back on the point here. Still, they know they must have dwindling ad here. It's about 20% now. Oh, if they take this, they're going to be in for a pretty bad surprise. Yeah, and they just decide to play it like it's even. Still, they have tons of space in 5, so this is going to be a very good sack. Tomato Tom, very high-level jumper. Manages to get on this demo. Huge damage.
What a rocket onto Jamon, too. He smacks him in the head, but Muma going in as well!
Oh.
Muma not getting anything.
Someone gets a ham kill.
Matthew Fong getting the ham kill. Amazing. But it's just full relentless pressure at this point. All of red team pushing out, retaking 2. Still even Ubers, but a clean retake after the sack wave. Give me 1 second. Keep talking. People DMing me all over the place.
I really like what, even though it wasn't successful, I really liked Goblin Zone trying to commit so many players for that play. Oh, and it seems like they managed to get forced out here. They're going to try to go in to salvage anything, and they managed to get a spoon kill onto Kimbo Aoki, but overall it looks like a very terrible situation for Goblin Cannons. They have to back out here. Sam trying to go for some flank shove play. I don't think he was spotted, even though he did it in front of Eggsy. Never mind.
No,
Danmar's
Eggsy
on the
sees
case.
that.
Yes.
He's about to get pincered from both Danmar and Eggsy, but the Uber does come out as well. Are they getting
Still
anything?
alive.
They're not getting anything, and then Sam with this backwards pressure on the back cap. What is he? Oof. No, he goes down. Dad Chad picking him up, taking him down, putting him in the mixer. I don't know what I'm trying to say. Point is, it's now a slight Uber advantage on the side of the blue team. But what will they get? What will they get for this Uber advantage?
They're pushing in through IT, and they just kind of give it up. I knew that they were Uber disad, but it felt like maybe they could have contested it a little bit more than they kind of did. Muma is on the direct hits. They're going to take this very small ad. They're working a ton of cap time.
Yeah, that's heaps of cap time.
Capped out.
But that Uber does come out as well. Aizen living 50 health. 50 health in a dream. And they're going to... That's actually heaps of cap time. Again, PTFP in play. Play the fucking point. So now blue team. Slight Uber advantage on their side, right? Just having to, build this up, and hey, if I'm pushing this, I'm pushing in, trying to force them out all to one side as much as I can. Never mind, Jamon with a huge trap, picking up both the scout and the soldier. That's going to stop any sort of pressure and push. Now Sam he's kind of lurking around, trying to see what he can get. Jamond trying to get out as well. Eggsy. And now this is a clean retake for the red team. I can't fucking speak at this point. Fucking hell. The pickleball took it out of me, Shoe Shocker. I'll tell you that much. You know what? People don't think, they're like, oh, pickleball, that's a white woman's sport. Nah, dude. Pickleball, I go 100% all of the time, right? Now, the Ubers are going to even out. And it's just going to we're probably going to devolve into a little bit of a sack v sack game. Now, there is Sam. He's pretty deep in sewer. Sorry, IT. Good lord. But actually, both soldiers coming in. Big Tomato Tom bomb. A huge surf. Saf does end up forcing to the Rockets of Tomato Tom and Muma. And they're starting to prod a little bit. Danmar's in. Eggsy's also in, but they're both so weak. They have not been able to pick anything up off of this. And now Aizen, he and his team are going to use their Uber. They're going to just go for it. They're just going for it. Sanjay leading the charge. But all they've picked up is Jamond for their troubles. But that's a pretty big pickup.
Sewer.
Yeah. Danmar's isolated. Tomato Tom coming in. Eggsy almost picking up 2 soldiers there. Not picking up anything, though. Now Eggsy is down, and it's a 6v4. I always just feel like it feels like so much Global Clan Pootis is always taking these fights with the player disadvantage, but now it's a 4v4. These soldiers have not spawned, but they do not have the positional advantage to make this fight worth it. They're going to back out into last.
Very interesting what happened there, like you said, and it does kind of feel like Global Clan is taking a lot of these fights just down a player, but Goblin Zone managing to cap 2, and they are going to pop through lower, trying to get down them in choke, but not really going to get a whole lot. Lamborghini managing to slither out here as they shove 2 people into last. It doesn't feel like they're going to get any value for that, as Tomato Tom managed to get 2 clean rockets on whoever it is, Jamon, but won't get the kill. And now it's full ad for the blue team here.
No, they do get forced. They get forced out. Now Muma does pick up Eggsy with a sniper as well, but they're in a weird position. They're caught between a rock and a hard place, and for Muma that doesn't matter. He's going to clean them up, headshot right through the scout, and now it's a 6v3. What looked like to be really bad news for the red team is now really, really bad news, and it's just the Muma show. Muma popping off on the sniper, winning that round for them, and now it's 2-0. What were you seeing in there?
Sometimes you just gotta play TF2 European style. You don't push out a last. You taking that, 30% ad, popping through lower. If blue team didn't shove last there, they wouldn't have gotten any kills, which feels like, I don't know. I just don't feel like you take, an Uber push in that scenario. It's just, I don't really feel like the deck's stacked in your favor. So now, red team looking to rotate in the death corner. They're playing this very rotationally, but they have tons of height control here. Datchet getting nuked on point, and it just looks like it's going the way of Goblin Zone here. They seem to have swapped sides, but height control Ubers in the favor of Goblin Zone, and no scouts on the red team. Which
Yeah,
makes it a very tricky
red team can't
situation.
afford to back out here. They've got to make something happen. But what's happening is they're all dying. But Chudmar and Ao and Eggsy, Jamond, the tag team duo, at least picking up one player on their way out. No, what a huge bomb! Danmar with the salvage, getting the Uber forced out. And while we have a quick lull in play, my dearest, this is a question for you, Shoe Shocker. My dearest friend Rave, one of the oldest friends I have within the NA competitive TF2 scene, wants to come join the cast. Could he get an invite to this server?
I don't know if I have perms.
All right, well, I'll try.
Or no, I do. Do you want? I just give you the link, right?
Yeah, just give me a link and I'll get it. I'll get it to Rave. We're getting Rave in here. Rave AC, People's Champion. By the way.
Rave AC.
The Rave
Oh my
AC.
God.
I love that guy, man. He's actually my goat. Rave, I'm sending you the Discord, by the way. I just sent you the Discord. Join when you're ready. Not full Uber disadvantage because they even the Ubers with the great bomb by Soldier by Danmar. But now even Ubers, we could say. Oh my God, Eggsy going in for a sack and gets reflected and then cleaned up. That's a tough one, sacking out of last. Tomato Tom going down really weak, and then Jamon finding Sanjay as well. So it's a bit of a tricky one. Rave, get in here, by the way. We need Rave. We need Rave. You keep on running this while I get him all the information he needs.
All right. Well, it's just kind of looking like a 6v6 even Uber scenarios. They're pushing it last. The server stopped. I think we have a pause. So
yeah, let me quickly hop in and explain that. So the way this is a bit of an STV education for everybody watching the stream, all 9 of you, where the STV, there's what they call STV delay, right? So the STV is behind what's actually happening in the game by 90 seconds, right? So that means whatever we're seeing now in game before the pause happened 90 seconds prior, right? So wherever this pause is occurring is not actually where the game is occurring, right? So if we take a little bit of conjecture, what could happen, or conjecture, I don't know, if we're educated guess is a better way of phrasing it. We're making an educated guess. What's probably happened is that Global Clan Pootis has lost this hold, right? 90 seconds, fees more than enough time to push in and capture the point. So, no spoilers in the chat, by the way. So, what's probably going to happen, if I'm making an educated guess, is that Global Clan's probably going to lose this round, and they're taking the banning pause. They're taking that tack pause, saying, all right, let's slow it down a little bit. You know, maybe emotions are high. You know, we stop thinking about our next action, and we start thinking about the distraction, right? Oh, you did this. Oh, you did that. No. We tack pause, put the brake on the game real quick, allow everybody's prefrontal cortex to take over the mind, calm down the amygdala, and we're back in, right? So that's the STV explanation. I thought that was pretty good, Shoe Shocker. What do you think?
I generally agree with you. There could be some sort of technical delay, but it does kind of feel like maybe they just aren't ready for this pyro or something that's going to happen.
Yeah.
90 seconds into the future.
What I'm noticing about Global Clan Pootis as well, sorry, not Global Clan Pootis, the Goblin Zone, is they are living up to the Goblin part of their name, right? And they're just doing stuff, which is fun to watch. So what's up, Rave? Welcome to the stream. Welcome to the stream, Rave.
Yo.
Rave is my goat, by the way, everybody. Before we even get back to the game, if the game unpauses while I'm talking, I'm going to finish my sentence, right? Rave AC, I have known him since he played his first ever season of RGL. BigChunkusGaming.tv. I was living in Australia still at the time, and him and Fancy Sun and it's really the only two from that team that I've kept up with. I still keep up with them. I hold him in the highest regard, and it is such an honor to have him on the stream. Rave, how are you doing tonight?
I'm doing well. How are you, Jess?
I'm good. Hey, I'm always good when I get to have Rave on the stream, man. Like this is a big deal for me. You gotta understand this. But we'll talk more about that in a second. The Uber is coming out. Muma going straight into the Sentry with the Pyro, and he's just WM1ing all over the place. He's actually, this is a huge amount of value for the Pyro. He's going to pick up Saf. But Sam and Tomato Tom and Azen are the only players left alive, and it's going to be Global Clan Pootis reinitiating the push onto 2. So a nice little push out, nice little hold there, but they are going to lose Saf, which is going to be a full Uber disadvantage. So maybe pushing out's not the best idea. It's going to buy them a little bit of time, right? But, you know, you got to, hey, set up on last, get your buffs, get your crit heals, take height, and get ready to ride the lightning again. Rave, what are you seeing, boss?
Is Lamborghini's ring for hedge? Is that?
I think so. Yeah.
Okay.
Because he isn't rostered on their team.
I didn't think he was on the team. I saw on the last push. I saw Danmar playing a jump map, and I want to see what he does this time, because he didn't shoot a single person. But they still won the last push.
We're on the Danmark cam. What's he doing?
This time he's still not shooting a single push. He didn't shoot a single person. But they won.
No, they lost.
I mean, sorry. Goblin Zone won. Goblin Zone won.
That's going to be 3-0 to the boys on Goblin Zone. Again,
so was that attack pause then?
Yeah, that would definitely have been the attack pause, 100%. I'd be fuming if I lost to a Pyro like that. So
I mean, yeah, that's definitely the tilt effect of Muma, right? That's another reason why the Pyro works.
What's going on in this mid? Do we have
Both
a Pyro
teams
back
just
in
kind of
play?
feeling each other out. Yeah, there's a Pyro on mid. I think Red's a little confused about what to do. But Blue loses their only soldier.
And they lose their only demo man, too. They're going to back up to seconds.
And Danmar's going in for a flank, but he does get spotted by the Pyro. Person in the chat saying Muma is low-key Hitler. Thoughts, gentlemen?
No, yeah, I mean, playing against him, that is how it feels.
I can't imagine playing against a full-time Pyro would be very fun.
XG just got rolled.
I played with what's his face, Slice Rogue, for the mini season, and he would run Pyro sometimes, and you could just tell how much it infuriated the other team, just to have somebody who can actually like play Pyro on a reasonable level in a sixes match.
Yeah. Oh, and Chudmar dies to
Hey,
burn.
You know who Chudmar is, Rave?
Is that Jamond?
That's our boy. That's our fucking boy, Jamond. Jamond's actually my goat. I love Jamond so much.
So can you tell me about these teams, Jazz? I don't know too much. I mean, I know the Goblin Zone and Jamond, but like I haven't been following them throughout the season.
Well, you'll know more about Goblin Zone than I will. Listen, the reason that we're doing this game is because at the last second I found out Fireside was doing the Roam game, and I wanted to do the Roam game, and I'm like, well, I'm not going to fucking do both.
Yeah.
So this is a last second. I didn't realize Global Clan was like a bunch of old invite players, including an I-Series champion.
Did Muma win I-Series, or who won I-Series?
No, Muma won I-Series.
No, he got third at I-58.
He won invite, yeah.
Oh,
yeah, he's an invite champion.
Mangoes.
See, listen, I'm a stupid person. Don't listen to me. No.
It's okay. Okay. We still agree he's low-key Hitler.
He is low-key Hitler, but I respect the... I was supposed to say, but I respect Hitler. I don't, for the record, regardless of what my Instagram reels say, Rave. It's a joke.
Yeah,
joke.
sometimes they get worried.
No, I'm just gonna change courses. So with the Global Clan team, we just say stuff here on his justjazzreal.tv.twitch.com.
A Pyro Exchange coming out.
And
yeah. It's actually forcing everyone into one. Muma creating so much space for Blue. But again, Blue's they lose two and they're out.
Yeah, they've so far from what I can tell, like again, very good at the chaos, very good at just doing shit and forcing the other team to play on their terms. Now, does Aizen live here?
No way Aizen lives there. He hit a great surf and then gets out, but I can't believe the scout doesn't kill him.
Aizen on a 1-death game across 20 minutes so far. Man's playing... I'm not going to say he's playing the game of his life, but he's playing, like... You know what it's like, Rave, when like, everybody on your team is, like, sweating their ass off. You know this too, Shoe Shocker. To, like, get the med, and, like, it just never comes to fruition.
He doesn't buy.
Yeah.
Yeah. It feels good. It feels good as a medic.
It does feel good as a medic, and it's fucking infuriating when it's the other fucking team.
Yeah.
Who's keeps on getting through.
I'm surprised that Blue even has ad, because Aizen went with like a few seconds without even healing, so that's interesting.
And another fucking fantastic surf. Good lord.
Yeah,
hey,
real.
that's why I subscribe to Face776 on Twitch.tv. Our boy Aizen. He's actually a really cool guy. I really like him. He's always been really chill with me. So, shout out to Aizen. Putting on
another player who placed an invite.
Yeah.
Oh my God, Pyro Exchange coming out. Yeah, he got third multiple times. I think he's gotten second once. This is the craziest Pyro Exchange I've ever seen. And Aizen's dead.
Is he? Is he?
What?
No!
What?
No, dude.
Okay, there's no way Goblin Zone should even be in this game right now. That's insane. What?
Dude, I'd be fucking fuming. I'd be so mad.
It's got to get in the red players' heads, right? Like,
yeah, no matter what you do, like, Aizen's just gonna fucking live. And now that backwards pressure, that little back cap is enough to turn everybody's heads. And what looked to be potentially a good push out, sorry, a good push in, turns it into a disaster for Global Clan Pootis as they're all taken down in 2. This is low key, high key, medium key, major and minor. This is like we got a lot of keys here. I'm a janitor, I guess. I've seen so much of, like, you're just seeing the experience of Goblin Zone coming out, like just the situational awareness, the pattern recognition. Like, we've seen this before, we've run this script before. Like, when you're a team going up against it, like, call them wash, call them whatever you will, like team players who've played at a very high level. Sometimes it's just, you're just like, what do we have to fucking do to win a round? And, like, sometimes it's just you don't. Uber advantage coming in. They're pushing in through 4. They've not really gotten anything so far. But they have gotten a lot of space. We're starting to get some cap time as well. 2x on the point, and that's going to force the Uber on the side of red, but that's at the cost of Eggsy. It's at the cost of Danmar. Nobody on the blue team has dropped yet. Tomato Tom's picking up the heavy. It's just Aoki and Jamon with a dream, and it's a pretty good dream. But
you know what, Jazz? I think it's also on top of their experience, it's the way Goblin Zone plays that, like, nobody else is used to playing them. Like, you can be used to playing TF2, but you're never going to be used to playing Goblin Zone.
True. What about you, Shoe Shocker? What are you seeing today, boss?
Well, I know you were mentioning, like, you're kind of getting into the thought process of Global Clan Pootis, and you kind of said, what do we have to do to win a round? And as someone who's kind of been in that circumstance before, it does just kind of feel like you have to play perfectly. You kind of have to make no mistakes, and as we're seeing, it does just kind of feel like Goblin Zone is able to pounce on a lot of these kind of, like, very minor, like, positional issues that the soldiers might be having.
What a great surf again. Holy
And that
cow.
was a bow kill onto the med, so...
No way, really?
Yeah, it's headshot.
Oh,
I can't imagine that
Muma bow.
Pootis-
Muma bow.
Yes.
I thought while AZN was surfing away, he accidentally hit the
No,
medic.
even somehow
Even though AZN is having a great game, I would not have expected that.
So the mental's got to be pretty shot on Global Clan Pootis. At this point, I think it's just got to be a tactical retreat. We play out the rest of this map the best of our ability, but we've got to just start about thinking about map 2, right? Like.
Yeah. You know, you never. I'm always of the opinion you don't want to chuck in the towel, but there is kind of a recognition at times. You know, we've all been in these games where it's just like, oh fuck, man, this is let's just get through this map. If we get through this map,
no, most definitely.
Like, we can take a round, we can have something to build across for map 2.
Yeah, precisely. Now, Muma is on the heavy weapons guy, by the way. Uber has not been forced.
And the game's over.
The STV delay.
Yep. And these people suck at the game. Yeah, and I hate them all.
Yeah. So Global Clan Pootis lost. It's kind of tragic that they overrode the STV delay, but that's life. We're going to Granary next. Going to be going to Granary next, guys. What are we thinking? Granary, by the way, my favorite map of all time. Honestly,
Is that true?
it is.
Yeah, tell us why.
true.
Tell us why, Jazz. What's the strat?
The strat is, and this is a Goblin zone. This is, I think, their specialty is you just have to do the most rat shit. Specifically for me, there are very certain specific situations and scenarios you can build when you're holding mid, trying to push into 2, that will allow you to just fucking wrap and back cap, right? So typically the way my teams always would set it up is we would shove our soldiers, we'd have 2 people in choke as bait, right? And just try to get them to die, right? But also try to take some players down in the meantime, right? Players, we kill them in choke. The team who's just killed our players in choke will now push through the choke, right? As they commit through choke or death corner, as I used to call it in Australia, now I have to call it choke because you say death corner, people are like, what the fuck are you talking about? Our team just shoves left through garage into left yard and just starts like getting a 3 or 4x back cap on 2. If you play it right and you have the situational awareness to make it work, you can just do some absolute like mad back cap stuff. And also, in addition to the back cap stuff, I think Granary. Here's some clarification for people. I've been playing TF2 since 2007, right? Since I was a young boy. Now I'm not a young boy. I'm just a man. I don't even have hair at this point, right? That happens to a person in life, right? So I have a profound appreciation for, and we're gonna pull up some logs here in a second. Shout outs to our lone faithful person in the chat. But I have an immense amount of love for like old style TF2 maps where it's just a slog, where it's a grind fest, where like in order to get from point to point, you really just have to fucking just drag everybody across the line. And Granary's the closest representation to that within 6s. That and Gully Wash, right? And so it just plays differently than than most other modern 6s map. And I think that is to its great credit. So yeah, I love Granary. I could if I could only play one map for the rest of my life, I guess it would be Granary, given how much I'm waxing lyrical about it. But before that, let me give you guys the logs, and I'll put the logs on the stream, and we'll analyze the logs very briefly, or however much we need, and then we'll get back into the game. So thank you. Shoutouts to Catherine LOL for dropping the logs. Gentlemen, what are you guys seeing in these logs?
I think the biggest problem is that they're even on kills.
Yes.
It was a 5-0, not even in 30 minutes, 25 minutes. And
Well, not only are they even in kills, Shoe Shocker, they're damage negative. Blue is damage negative to red.
Now what can we discern
put on my
from that?
TL cap here?
Yeah, let's get the TL caps on, gentlemen.
If I'm not pointing that out, someone is inevitably going to say that, and then someone is probably going to start pointing fingers. Everybody's going to start pointing fingers, but if I were team leader right now, I'd be saying, guys, we're better than them. We just made mistakes. We got to be thinking better. If we can just clean up a couple of these little issues here, where we're just taking one too many wrong fights, then we own them.
I'm gonna need Danmar to shoot people. I haven't seen him do that yet.
One stat
we're Danmar respecters here on the stream, okay?
Yeah, one thing that I'm noticing, so a good point by Catherine. Aoki's been struggling to hit the pyro, just shoot them, forehead. there's one stat that pops out to me, and this is my med brain, right? I'm putting on my medic hat right now.
That's a big stat.
Is Face 14-1, right? So he's only died once. What's more interesting is his damage taken per minute, which is 109 to Saf's 144, right? And so as I've grown to think about TF2 more from a different lens, my opinion on the way a medic should be positioned is there's almost like kind of like you exist in between two poles where it's like close enough to your team to heal the players who are doing the most damage and leading the push, but far enough away that you're not taking unnecessary positional risks, right? So that's like a principle, right? And Aizen is, because I'm watching him, well, I'm watching the game, but like I'm watching his positioning specifically at times, and his ability just to position himself in such a way where he's healing people and he's taking like the absolute minimal damage. It's really impressive. Like you can tell that's just like experiential. He's played at these high levels. You know, he's like I've been against Banny and Blaze, who is Aoki. No offense, Aoki, right? And then like that, just being able to keep your meta alive, always having some level of Uber advantage or Uber in play, is again even in you're going damage negative, it still turns the fights in your favor. And also, on the side of Global Clan Pootis, I just felt like every time they'd be in these positions where they're having to hold or transition back to defense and go back to the point they were trying to push in, it's always like 5 seconds too late when they're trying to transition back, but also like 5 seconds too late, 2 players down, right? So it's like it's always a 4v6 situation. And so as a result, they're never really taking these equal fights. They're always having the fights taken to them after they've lost these players, which goes to Shoeshocker's points from earlier of just like the ability of Goblin Zone to just recognize these split-second opportunities to push and like twist the knife into the other team is like it's just you just get this cascading effect all the way down, and that's how you get, despite being same amount of kills, damage negative, losing 5-0. Any thoughts on that analysis, guys? I thought that was pretty good.
That was a good one. Good analysis.
Thanks, Rave. And then some analysis from Catherine in the chat. Shoutouts to them, by the way. I appreciate them being active in the chat. Make sure you follow them on Twitch. I don't know if they ever stream, but you got to do it. Aoki struggling to hit the pyro, agreed. Saf has been unusually aggressive, right? Very aggressive positioning, and I don't know if that's experiential. I don't know if that's just...
Who's Saf?
The red team med.
Red team med, okay.
Like, always getting caught out. Like, in situations where it's like, you know, it's easy for us to say because we're on the casting side of things, but like, you can tell she needs to be out here, stays in. And then... don't know if she's getting caught out, being dragged forward by her team unwillingly, but yeah, always getting caught out. And then Ivan, my goat, feasting as usual though. Hey, facts only from Catherine. And I'm on the blue team demo here on mid. Take us through, Shoeshocker. Tell us what you see.
Alright, so we got most of Goblin Zone trying to roll out Cat here. However, Saf is on the ground. She's just going to be fodder for the double bomb here, managing to live for a little bit, but she's end up going down. And look at that. Aizen is already just baiting out a garage here. Basically, the entire team is already out. They're going to drop 3 for that, but that might be the plan here. This is just grinder mid. It's just med trades, and if your med can get out, then you just win. So,
yeah, I think
bad health coming in on the players that are trying to push into 2.
Oh, shit, my stream is still on the logs. My bad. No, you keep talking because I have to make some adjustments.
Oh, okay.
So
it seems like they're just trapping out 2. Hand it off to Rave here. What do you see?
No, I'm wondering, like, is Red gonna take Yard or are they just gonna leave, you know? Because, you know, Granary is kind of special in the way it works, where it's got like the 7 CP, which is what every caster says. But there's basically another part of granary that you need to take before you can go to mid if the team plays it correctly. So it looks like they trade out a player for the Urad, but they also leave mid, which is I think is a little crazy. And now it's yard to yard.
Yeah, yard to yard.
To mid.
Still
yeah.
uber disadvantaged too, which you're just gonna see the natural. Ooh, what a shot! Just the natural positioning of the red team is going to be just to back out that little bit more, but I don't know what I'm trying to say. Somebody else keep talking.
They tried to rotate a bunch of people in a lunchbox to see if they could get off a free kill, but it seems like whoever was holding that, which I think is Danmar, managed to hold pretty firm.
Hey, why do they call it lunchbox?
Why do they call it lunchbox, Jazz?
Because it's where players go to feed. Yoink!
Oh my god.
Is that really it?
No.
I don't know, but
Okay, we have Muma on the
I'm sure
bow.
there's like a lunchbox somewhere in the room.
I don't think there is.
no, TF2 mappers
Or
weren't that
there
creative
was.
in 2007. Come on,
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
it's not. It's
Okay,
not. It's not like
Sam-
fucking Sultry where you get
Sam
like.
is all the way behind. Sam is on their last, and I don't think they know. I think he's gonna be spawn camping Danmar.
Low key, just as an aside,
Oh, they do know. They do.
the like map makers got too cute with stuff, which like shout outs to the Sultry person by the way. But oh shit,
But the force comes out.
I'll talk about Sultry
Now they're
here in
going
a
on the
second.
hunt for Sam. They do manage to get him, but now they're down 100% Uber, and the way they've been trying to hold, just giving stuff up, I feel like they're just gonna give this up for free as well.
Yeah, just get traps up and hope for the best. IMHO.
You know, this point is extremely hard to push, even if you have full Uber. Like the Uber around the corner is like hardly get something if you play it well, but they give up for free again. They give it up for free again, even though like if you just sit there and spam, there's no way they can walk in for free. It's like almost impossible.
What do you think, Shoeshocker?
I think they're going to try to take this full Uber push. Pretty standard going on the left here, and they lean on Slamborghini. He's not even going to go for the gun, he's just trying to cross into the right, and that might be a fatal flaw here. That gun is staying up for a lot longer than it probably should have. They're getting a full bust out of right spawn here. Even on picks, exit goes down, and they just get the point.
Oof, unfortunate.
You've seen that from like 3 or 4 rounds where they might, like, red team might even get like kills, but they just aren't able to stop the point.
So I figured out why why I see him not shooting anybody. It's because he bombs the demo man who's flashed in the air and tries to kill him when he lands before he gets flashed again. Instead of just playing on height.
You wouldn't get it.
Sorry, I'm shitting on Neymar.
You wouldn't get it. Maybe that's for the better too. Another mid here. Soldiers both trading bombs. Eggsy doesn't get anything. Nobody's getting anything. All the red team is getting is a trip to the respawn queue, but it could be in favor of Goblin. No, of Global Clan Pootis if they can all work together. Who's Sanjay? Who's this guy? I can't remember his name.
Magma.
That's Magma.
Magma.
Nigma before that.
Migma?
Enigma. NYGMA.
Interesting.
You remember that? But he goes by Magma now.
Well, I was supposed to fucking casting essentials isn't working. I'm supposed to have their alias config, so when instead of saying Sanjay or Matthew Fong the First, it would say Magma and Slamborghini and Jamond instead of Chudmar. Instead of having to like say these aliases, and I bet there are fans of both teams, friends of them, who are just like, fucking. Why doesn't Jazz know any of these people? First off, I don't pay attention to TF2 as much as I used to. I'm just doing these streams because I enjoy it. But also, it should just work. Muma's behind, by the way. Muma's in red yard.
Of course he is. Of course he is.
I'm very.
But he did take damage, so I'm assuming somebody on red knows. I'm hoping.
We're hoping as well. I'm on the Saf cam and the Muma cam. Back to Saf. Back to Muma. Just trying to like time it. Because you know that's who he's going for. You know that's who he's going for.
Well, with Muma, he could just be going for the chaos. You know, Goblin Zone thrives in the chaos.
The chaos is
but
just going back to spawn.
He is beelining for Saf. Yeah, and just immediate death.
Trying to play some gun spy there.
Hey, don't doubt the gun spy.
Yeah.
It's powerful.
The gun spy, you hit 1, 2, soldier bombs in. You know.
Hey,
that's a force.
Top 10 like most embarrassing moments as a med, forcing to the gun spy.
That's so difficult. But then if you drop to the gun spy, like you just drop to a gun spy. Especially if imagine the Lich Ranger.
Oh my god, he's dropping to the Lich Ranger. Oh my god. You know what? There've been some moments where it's like, oh my god, the Huntsman sniper's out. They're just gonna force. They're gonna exchange here. And Muma could die. Oh, dude. Imagine Muma just fucking goes for the taunt kill. Muma does die. And it's a 3v4. Soldiers bombing in. Big Danmar! They're not gonna... not enough damage to pick up Lamborghini.
How do you not follow up with Danmar's massive damage? It's crazy.
Just with the ham.
Here comes the pressure. Saf taking the
Big
pipe
damage
to
on
the
his
face.
stuff. There's actually just not a lot of health on the red team in general. They have to back up.
And here comes the Pyro again. The Pyro wants... never mind. The Pyro on this specific point on 2 is actually really powerful at times. Just being able to like, let's just fucking air blast all your shit back. Now, red team starting to initiate their last push. Saf living, 92% Uber, does have to be careful. Asian's also really weak, 27 health. Can they pick him up? Can they use this Uber? They do use the Uber. It's going to be used on Aoki. It's going to be a family Uber. Aoki does go down, but the cap time is sufficient. And that's going to be 1-1. Rave, your thoughts, my friend?
You know, I mean, they're making it work, and that's really good. That's all I can say right now. It's like it's getting scrappy, but like they're making it work for them. And yeah, wait, Global Clan's their name, Red?
Yep.
Global Clan Pootis. It's technically Global Clan Pootis.
Yeah, they got copyright infringement by the RGL admins, unironically.
Of course. Yep. Very serious. No, I mean they're figuring out mids too. You know, last couple of mids have been going their way, this one included. And I just genuinely I think they're just winning the scrappiness. They're dealing with the chaos, which is something they weren't doing on process.
What?
Well, we got to see if they can keep it up.
Well, what do you think is the reason why they're able to deal with it now as opposed to not being able to deal with it as effectively on process?
I think process is a much more open map.
Right.
You know, I think like there's a lot of places you can go on process, and I think Granary is like a lot more closed. There are a lot of flank routes on Granary. Don't get me wrong, but like there's not like it doesn't have that same openness as process. Everything's closed, and I think that does help with some chaotic fights.
Well, they are going to initiate the Uber exchange. Lamborghini going down. It's the Pyro Uber.
Holy shit! Asian just got a fat bow onto Saf. We can see if they can follow up off that. But I don't see a soldier, so maybe not. Oh my god!
ACN. 1 health, dude.
1 HP, bro. I don't know how much of this is luck and how much is skill, because that's crazy.
I think it's skill because he's able to put himself in consistently in good positions. Again, hey, the position principle on med, close enough to heal the players who are leading the charge, doing the damage, far enough away to keep yourself safe. And hey, and, you know, stay tuned for more of that when I release. Hey, Shoeshocker, you remember that presentation I did for TF2CC a few years ago about how to be a better coach?
I do. You did it twice.
I'm working on 3.0. And I'm including like position principles. I'm expanding on the communication decision TF2 action. It's gonna be much more powerful. Just wait. It's been a few years in the making. Anyways,
Actually excited.
they're pushing two. I was actually really proud of that. The first presentation. The second one, I was like, oh shit, I forgot to prepare. So I just did the first presentation over again. But yeah, it's gonna be massive. Last push, by the way. What's going on here? Rave, talk us through it. Never mind.
What?
What?
They just played on the point.
How does that happen? Okay, it wasn't a last push. It was a last pressure. Both medics had Uber, and Blue loses like 4, and it's just the demo in. I see the scout and medic leave, and somehow the demo just walks on the point and just caps. So maybe they aren't doing, like, I don't know. This chaos is flipping sides.
The problem with chaos is that it can benefit both teams sometimes.
Definitely.
You know. What does Danmar do? I'm on the Danmar cam.
Yeah.
Does he hit the air shot? No, he doesn't hit the air shot.
Oh.
But he stays alive, and both of the blue soldiers die, so blue has to retreat. That is insane. These scouts are respecting this medic so much.
Would you say that Face has been playing abnormally passive on this mid? He's been kind of baiting out the back of Garage a lot.
I mean, maybe that's his game. Maybe that's their game plan. Is like, we just want to kill the medic and like get Face out of there, right? That happened the first mid. Wow, Slamborghini putting his life on the line for that, and this might end up turning into a round for Red if they play it right. Nope, they played it wrong.
Very bad health from Jamon trying to get away. He's not going to here. This Pyro's coming into 2 here, and at this point, I think they've just learned to respect it. Soldier's still an upper. He might drop down into the med. Misses those rockets. I mean, come on, man. Face ate his Lucky Charms this morning. That's all I can say.
Nah, dude. Face is married to a Latino woman. He had fucking tamales. He had the good shit for breakfast. Ain't no carbs, or ain't no processed sugars in there. I tell you that much. I love Face, by the way. I do have some analysis from Catherine, but I'm going to pretend it's my own analysis. But we'll get to that after this fight is situated itself. Thank you, Catherine, for the analysis. Anyways, they're pushing them out of mid. This has been like a clean re-push back into mid or out of mid. I don't know who's controlling what. But now they've taken 2. They've taken yard. Muma's trying to get something in Z. At the very least, he's just trying to get some level of pressure. But now Global Clan Pootis just in the point off. They're trying to just force him out, get him out of the shutter. Now, what's Tomato Tom doing? Is he going to be lurking about? No, he just drops down.
Have we seen Muma play Soldier?
He was playing Soldier a lot on Process.
Was he? Okay. I feel like maybe he just feels strongly about the Pyro on Gully. I mean on Granary. Because, you know, lots of tight corners. Pretty good for a Pyro.
Uber exchange. What's happening?
But Red is just dropping everybody. And the Pyro, I mean, the Pyro's spread damage is unmatched.
They got... Danmar backstabbed the demo that was behind the fight, revealing the fact that he is on Spy. And also there's a Pyro on the other team.
A good demo pick is wanted. Oh no! Saf is cut off!
Dude, he picks up Tomato Tom. Danmar does. Now it's potentially good.
Danmar coming up big.
Dude. What the
I'm liking this Danmar Spy. I need more of this.
Muma's 4 and 13. Quote: He's genuinely all aura. This is true. Hey, just wait for my next mid analysis. By the way, guys, it's going to be all original analysis and not copy and pasted from this chat whatsoever. Uber's coming out. Do they pick up Saf? Where the fuck is Danmar, by the way?
They might. Oh, but they don't. They don't go for it.
This is now, like, I'm now having to just fully concentrate on the camera work because there's so much happening now.
No, it's really difficult. Yeah, for sure. Danmar starting the back cap. I don't know about this.
This feels a little off.
Yeah, let's look at the place.
Oh, but
let's look at the place where the players are least likely to come through.
Oh, Danmar hit a crazy surf.
What a
Holy
surf.
cow!
You're never gonna see him there.
That's insane. See, but I'm wondering, like, is the value from him on Spy, like, gone? Like, can he get any more value?
Hey, don't ever you wouldn't get it, right? We've already established you wouldn't get it about Danmar. Uber is coming out on this last. No players exchanged as of yet. Where's Danmar?
He's going for the spot. He's going for the scout pick, maybe, or the demo. Pull out your gun.
No, he's going.
Yes, yes. Oh, he's beefing. Okay, he got him. He got him.
It's the taunt.
That is going to be just enough to not make them immediately push back into 2, which is good enough.
No, I think this is the round. I think this might be a round.
Yeah, they're all flooding through left side.
Oh,
why is there a pause? There is a pause. Okay, quick analysis from Catherine in the chat. The mids are 100% like a Witness Gaming mid from like back in the day. What Azen's doing. Just fucking bait the shit out of everybody and live. Right? Quote, Witness Gaming mid from back in the day. Your med baits their dick off. And then they said, unrelated to the mid, dude, chip the soldier standing on the pack. Waiting like a dog for the pack. Hello? Which is true. I guess there's at one point where player was standing on the pack and they're just like, we don't have to shoot him. Do we have to shoot him? We don't have to shoot him. We don't have to shoot him. This is a really entertaining game, by the way. I'm really enjoying this. Like, I think what you said, Rave, the chaos that Global Clan Pootis is trying to bring against Goblin Zone, they're kind of doing what Goblin Zone was doing to them, but on Granary, is really working out in their favor. At the very least, what it's doing is opening up more opportunities for them just to get out of points in situations, right? And again, this is one of my favorite things about Granary is it does lend itself to just doing these absolute rat plays where it's like, all right, well, I'll just lurk behind, I'll send somebody, we'll get a back cap going, we'll just shove a flank. And Goblin Zone, to their credit, are doing pretty well at containing it. But it is like if they were just trying to play Granary normally, I think they'd be getting shit rolled. Global Clan Pootis would, and so they've managed to recenter themselves again, focusing on the next action, not the distraction, and it's making for some really entertaining TF2. Shoot Shocker, what do you think?
I feel like Goblin Zone is a team that just thrives in chaos, but it seems like perhaps Global Clan Pootis is finally starting to kind of just adapt to it. And I don't know. I feel like the Witness Gaming mids were working for a little while there when they were a little bit more confident and like kind of push out of 2. But it seems like Red Team is kind of getting a lot more kind of like they've adapted to it better and they're more correctly holding 2 and not giving up so much space, which they did in the first mid.
What about you?
Yeah, no, I agree. I'm interested to see what's gonna happen on this last, because like, does this warrant a tactical pause from the Goblin Zone? Like,
it's 90 seconds into the future,
up.
So yeah, like,
do they lose 2 rounds in 90 seconds? That would warrant a tactical pause.
Yeah.
But right now, like the only thing I can think of is like either like Red sweeping, getting swept back, which would be crazy because right now they're in such a dominant position. I really like the position of Red. They're all coming through the shutter. Magma's in the air, like very killable by Aoki, and there's just, I mean, lots of space for Red, and no demo, no soldier, just tomatoes on up. So this is gonna be like a interesting push for Red. If they mess up, that may be like some mental damage.
Is it possible to coast in 90 seconds in this map?
I don't know. I got no clue. But
hey, that'd be fucking hilarious for the record. I now want to see that. Catherine says, my sources say this is a Goblin Zone pause. So
spoiler alert.
So maybe it is. Maybe they do get warranted.
To be fair, they've been dropping gems in the chat. Like, so if they're saying some stuff, I'm sitting my ass down and I'm listening.
I just want to add, they repaused. It might be a tech.
Yeah, that would make more sense. That would definitely make more sense than attack in this situation.
I'm just pressing buttons now. Oh, everybody enjoys the angles. But now we're unpaused. Jamon going in, trying to get a pipe. Saf does get cleaned up by Tomato Tom, a huge bomb on them, but they still are. They're still staying. They're like, no. We fight. Fuck it, we ball. And do they pick up Sam? No, Sam stays alive.
No, it looks like Red might lose this one, but AZN goes down.
Yeah, Danmar picks up Face with the with his salvage bomb. So that is going to put them in an uber advantage situation because Saf did spawn in the midst of all that fighting. Now Muma is behind, kind of just putting them not necessarily behind, but at a weird angle, something difficult for them to deal with certainly. And it's going to be a 50% uber advantage on the side of Global Clan Pootis. And now they're just all buffing up on the side of Goblin Zone, just like, alright, we know they're going to push. And for some reason the doors aren't working, but my shutter doors are all fucking stuck. But that's okay, because we don't need to know that the shutter door is opening or closing because they're just walking through. Now they do have to go quickly. Danmar does go down. Losing your soldier before the push is maybe not the best idea, but the Uber does come in. They're going to get the sentry, and then Jamon fades his bomb all the way to the right side, locking him out of the right side, and now he's locking him out of the left side. And they're attempting to push out through the left side, but it doesn't matter because they play the fucking point. Aoki, Saf, 3x on the point. It's 2-2.
Looks like that was where the pause was.
Yeah, Saf left and then came back, so that was the reason for the repause. Who are we on this mid? Who catches your eye, just Jazz?
I want to see... Oh, sorry, go ahead, yeah, Jazz.
Well, I was going to be on the Muma cam, but who do you want to see, Rave?
No, I just want to see a different mid out of Goblin Zone is what I want to see. some sort of adaptation. Oh, it looks like it's another double bomb. And Face goes down. AZN goes down.
And Saf does not go down.
They have one behind.
Never mind.
About to. Yeah. They do adapt. They do adapt.
Worthy trades.
I definitely think it seems like an interesting playstyle choice that Azen seems to really like, kind of baiting into that catwalk door rather than kind of coming out, which seems to generally work with their plans, but it is kind of interesting.
Hey,
also,
I'm taking notes so that when RGL lets me play amateur next season, after I successfully lawyer up and argue my case for why I should be allowed to play Med in amateur, I'm taking notes. I'm going to get the demo reviews. This is Face, by the way. Azen on the crit Krieg. So crits add.
Oh, big crit Krieg. Where are you taking? Where are you taking it from? If you're on crit,
I'm taking it up top. I'm taking it up top.
Lovely.
Get our soldiers.
This idea.
Our soldiers brute force our way through the doorway, and then use on.
Here's
our
what I do. I either soldiers brute force, or I just take my scout, pop it on the soldier, so that my scout kills the soldier, and then I use it on my demo.
The crit does come out.
Oh,
nothing.
It's so huge, but
nothing at all. And Azen does go down. Eggsy with a huge bomb onto Azen.
Oh wow.
So, Catherine says, yuck. For the record, the only reason I said I would go upper is because I saw Azen climbing into upper. I'm like, I don't know where I'd fucking use crits on this map. Fucking hell. I'm an Uber-only man. I love Uber. I love it.
oh my god.
What just
Just a
happened?
meat grinder and point is 3 people die.
Well,
You know what I really like about Goblin Zone here is that they're able just to coordinate very well off of each other's aggression. Like, one guy will go and another guy will go. Like, you don't even need the entire team to walk forward, you just need 2 guys, and suddenly it's a play.
No, definitely.
Dude, I fucking love TF2, by the way. Every now and then I'll just be like, man, this game fucking rocks. Like, I'm so less involved with TF2 than I used to be, but like when I get to watch games like this, I'm like, man, this shit is fucking awesome. I love this game. I'm glad
You're
we're
on the edge of your seat.
I'm glad we're all in this cast together. This is a good night. But now
It's a good game.
this is a fantastic game, absolutely. But now
Sanjay aims like he misclicks the DPI button on his mouse. That's a good bit.
Oh,
What? just walk in? What just happened?
Dude, real talk, I had to change all the DPI buttons on my mouse to be the same setting because I would absolutely click it like mid-game.
Oh,
like,
I did that too.
like, why am I missing
turned
all of
mine
my
off.
fucking arrows? Like, oh, it's because I've gone from my 800 DPI to fucking 2000.
200. Yeah.
Yeah. And yes, anything but Uber is degenerate. 100%. 100% emoji.
Would you run Vaccinator if Vaccinator was an option?
I would not play sixes if Vaccinator was an option.
That's fair, that's fair. That's fair. What if only you could run it?
No.
Alright, that's fair.
Real honestly, and we'll talk about the mid in a second. The only reason I wouldn't run the Vaccinator is because every time I hit right click when I'm on med, it says Uber used or crits used, right? And I don't want I can't be fucked having to go and make like a separate thing where it just does not use the Uber use bind when I'm on the Vaccinator. That's so much work. I don't give a fuck about that shit. I know there's some people like you can set up a config so you can, if you're on bullet resistance and you have to hit fire resistance, you can press a button and it just skips to the fire resistance. I'm too lazy for that. Just give me my 8 seconds of invincibility, potentially less than that, depending on how many people I flash into Uber, and let me be done with it.
Yeah. I get it.
Real facts. Uber coming out, pushing into last. There's a heavy. There's also a sentry. They're kind of split on what they want to clean up first, but the heavy's still up. They just clean up the sentry and then they just stand on the point. And here's a hot take. Here's a hot take from Catherine. They do not think Aizen is very good mechanically, and that their passive playstyle is a crutch. Thoughts, Rave?
Ooh.
Thoughts?
No, I think Aizen's hitting some good things. I think like in terms of invite players, he might not be mechanically gifted, but I think in terms of main, like he's doing well here. He's doing very well. And I'm seeing him hit good serves.
Here's this next mid. Granary mids are so difficult to call too, because like shit just fucking happens. Aizen's still baiting in garage. Saf fully committed out of death corner as well. It's a tough one. There's not been a frag traded yet. Now there are some weak people on both sides. Sam at 0 health now, and that's going to be the first frag of the mid. Now Chudmar, Jamon does have to be careful. Doesn't even matter. A huge bomb into death corner. Hey, there's a reason that we call it that down under. I don't know. That's not an Aussie accent. It was more of like a shitty Trump. We're going down under. But yeah.
He used to have
Death Corner.
an Aussie accent. What happened?
I've moved to fucking Mississippi. Dude, I miss it. Unironically. Like, and I don't even have a nice southern accent to compensate. I just sound like I'm a fucking American. But one thing I do think, and I'm definitely not just saying this because I read the chat, Global Clan Pootis' ability in these collapses is so much greater than Goblins are on this map. Uber comes out, Sentry goes down, they're crossing over. Can they put enough pressure on the Pootis?
Oh
no!
He hits a crazy air shot. It wasn't actually that crazy, but it was pretty good.
It was a good air shot.
Oh, holy cow!
Momo's
Momo
in, managed to get one.
Or goes going on the medic to kill a soldier and damage a scout, but stays alive.
Apparently that was a good Trump impression. What'd you guys think? That's what they're saying in the chat. You know, a lot of people are saying that Just Jazz has the greatest Trump impression in all TF2 community. Nobody does it better than him. How about that?
Oh, Jamon is dying here.
No.
This is a swing of the pendulum right now.
Oh, but there's a back cap. Who's on the back cap? Who's on the back cap?
It's Danmar.
Danmar on 1 health in a dream.
Literally one. Oh my god.
And now all of Goblin Zone's pushing into the right-hand side. Sorry, pushing into left yard. There's an exchange. There's an Uber exchange out in Z.
What is going on?
And they pick up Slamborghini. Aoki, who was kind of asleep at the wheel in the first map, is now fully awake, in control of the car, shifting between the gears, 6 speed. A huge bomb from Muma picks up Jamond! And then Aoki does clean them up. Now Saf is quite weak,
Saf,
but where's Stanmar?
What is Saf doing?
Hey, we've been asking that all game. Been asking that all night.
What in the world? I guess maybe they thought they were safe, but you can't never expect you're safe against the Goblin Zone.
What happened with Saf? Like, what do they do?
They just went for the big pack, like in second. You know, like next to the point.
Yeah.
And then as they
Like
were
by the
doing that,
Z.
like they just walked through Shutter and killed her because nobody was holding the door, because there were only scouts live.
Owned.
I'm with
Saf,
Just Jazz on that. Owned.
yeah, Saf sometimes makes like just jazz level mistakes on med. Said respectfully. Saf is a lot better than I am, for the record. But I'm definitely saying like, oh, I would do that. Big bomb in from Tomato Tom. Do they pick up Saf? No, Saf lives. They clean up Muma and Sam as well, and now it's also Slamborghini going down. Eggsy with some rocket. I don't know if it was a bomb. I don't know if it was whatever. He's dead. Okay, that's what happened, and they've taken two. They're getting cap pressure right now. Potentially go forward a little bit and deny them crit heals. Is anybody forward thinking enough? Now there is a sniper on the side of blue. Psych, he's dead. Muma does go down. Danmar with a big bomb to alleviate the sniper pressure. Aoki just trying to pressure the scout as well. Tomato Tom does go down as well. So 5v6 if they can get through a doorway. If they can get through a doorway. Can they get through the doorway? It's just one scout holding it. And the the one-player advantage kind of turns into nothing. They do just end up backing out into two again.
Is that some fear? Is that
Yeah,
fear?
because it was just one fucking scout. Like,
What is this gun spot?
Where is
where's-
it? Oh,
he's on the
this is
on the barriers.
this is the gun spot of unmistakable aura.
Yeah, this is unfortunately Aura Inspire.
No, I think the reason is because it can, like, look at where Lamborghini's throwing pipes into. I think it can see that, and that's why.
Well,
But I
Can
don't
you
know how
arc
good that
pipe
is.
through the window? You might be able to on demo. Like,
You might be able to.
Tomato
I
Tom
think
goes
if you
down.
have the rollers, you definitely can. This seems like a good roller spam angle.
Also, if you have rollers, you have big dick energy, for the record.
true.
Uh-huh.
Stock, huge.
If you're just playing rollers demo, like if I die, I'm just like, hey, fair enough. I respect it. Not like, I mean, thank God they banned the fucking lock and load. If I had ever played against a guy again, I was gonna fucking blow my brains out. As a joke, Muma does sneak in, and he does end up forcing the Uber of Saf, and now they're in a tricky situation. They're not going to be able to hold this point, and that's going to give Goblin Zone an opportunity to push in, push out, get out of last, start pressuring two potentially. Now what is? Okay, I thought somebody was going to sneak in through Z, but nope, no, not taking any risks there.
Wow.
This is a clean yard retake as well. Now they do have to be careful. The side of Global Clan Pootis. They're coming up against a full Uber situation. Now they are holding a bit passively in Garage, which is the place to be, but they can't really afford to do any sort of big pressure. Actually, Danmar's on the back cap. That's a double back cap actually. Scout on the back cap, Soldier on the back cap. It's bringing the entire team back, and they're just picking up player after player.
Four.
Is Asian caught here?
No,
it's
Asian's not caught, but they might be going for an exchange right now.
It's not even an exchange.
Yeah, it's not even an
Right
exchange.
now.
Oh, they don't have it.
It's
Sap
a
doesn't
nuke.
have.
It's a nuke.
Sap doesn't have. Holy cow! How do you lose that? Oh, and Asian's trying to switch out the gun, but he messes that up because he doesn't have that bound.
Damn.
Jesus.
Damn. Hey,
It feels like every single time Red has some sort of advantage, they trip over their own shoelaces because they're too eager to pounce on it. Like,
Yeah. Going 2 steps ahead when they forget to take their first.
yeah.
they try to run, but their
analogy.
shoelaces are untied. Am I right?
Yeah, for real.
Trying to play pickleball, but I don't know.
Bro, I fuck
You're the
with some
pickleball
pickleball. I fuck with some pickleball.
Trying to play
This could
pickleball, but they
potentially
forgot the
be the
pickles.
last push of the game here.
Yeah, it could end.
They're down both soldiers here. They have no captaining power, and they're going to be down for the next 10 seconds. Probably up for the Uber push, but...
Uber
coming through left.
not coming in. They just fucking bomb in. A huge trap by Jamon is going to take it down at least. Tomato Tom, a lot of damage. Psych, there's not a lot of damage. It's all been healed up.
It looks like red has successfully repelled blue for this push.
I was about to say it maintaining their ad, but then I just saw it's the blue Sanjay on Spy.
Oh, getting on the Sanjay cam.
Dude, I've been on the Sanjay cam all night, and it's been worthwhile. What's he doing? What's he doing? He's in. He's in.
Oh my god!
He doesn't get anything, but that's okay. That was pretty funny. Full Uber advantage on the side of the Goblin zone. Potentially the last push that we're going to be seeing tonight. 4-3 on the side of the Goblin zone. Been a very tight game, a very entertaining game so far. And Muma, what are they doing? They're on the heavy weapons guy. I fuck with the heavy weapons guy push on Grand Early Last, by the way. Like, push in, scout Uber in through upper, right, flash your demo in, and then position yourself in such a way that you can crit buff your heavy in. It shreds. But they do know the heavy weapons guy is on the heavy weapons. So what is Muma gonna do? Uber is gonna come in. They've got Dad Chad, who's just gonna get caught up on the sniper.
No pressure on the gun.
Muma does go down as well. The crits comes out on the side of the red team. Do they pick up? They pick up Aizen.
Yeah.
So that's a huge pick, potentially. But knowing Goblin Zone, my gut feeling is they're just gonna fucking take the fight. A 3v4 fight. Would you take that fight? I would take that fight. I'd be feeling so confident. Yeah, if I'm Goblin Zone, like I just shove behind right now.
They have one shoving up.
Spam is behind.
He's at least trying, and that's enough that it turns everybody's attention to go and turn around.
Oh my god! Oh my god!
And this is the game. This is it. Unless Danmar comes up huge,
Danmar.
I don't think it's possible. Not because he's Danmar, just because there's 16 people alive.
And that's going to be GG's. And that's going to be the game. Goblin Zone taking the semi-final of the RGL main blue spring mini-season semi-final. Going on to the grand final to face... I don't know yet. But I'll find out in due course. It could be undecided. It could be decided. We'll have to check. I'm going to pull up the logs, and you guys are going to discuss the logs while I go and find out results from the other game. How's that sound?
Sounds like a blast.
All right.
Lovely.
Cool.
Let me find the right... Okay. Logs are on the screen. Boys, take it away.
Well,
hold on.
So,
sorry.
Kind of the same thing as last time. Like, Red had more kills, and they had more damage too.
Yeah, I mean it's just like the blue, like Red is collecting kills because blue keeps on feeding, right? Like Goblin Zone is like feeding. They're trying to create plays. And so Red's just collecting those kills, but they're not capitalizing off of the kills. And so that, well, they are sometimes. They got 3 points, but they're not. They weren't doing it consistently enough. And Goblin Zone, when they would get kills, they would capitalize off of it, and that's why, that's why we're seeing the stats we are, where Red has 110 kills, 4K more damage, but like they lost.
Another interesting thing is that Red has more like Uber charges. Like,
yeah.
Granted, one of them was Fritz, but
no, yeah.
You should be able to convert a couple of those, right?
And 7 mid-fight wins.
Well, that was part of Goblin's own strategy. I feel like maybe just play the witness game
maybe,
and just have your med hard bait.
Quick update from the other game. Chewy versus RGL Win Traders. They have presently finished map 1. It's a 4-0 win to Chewy, who are 7-1 across their division versus RGL Win Traders 4-4, and they are now going to Granary. So that is the latest update. And I think because tonight's a semifinal, we will save the interviews for Thursday when we bring you the final here on Is Just Jazz Real on Twitch.tv. A few things I want to point out. Again, this is original analysis. I'm definitely not just reading this from the chat. Muma went from 4-13 to 20-26 across that game. So grew into it, and again, Hitler, right? Just became a menace. Looking at stats on my end as well, I can't really discern anything. At this point, it's been so long since I've had to analyze TF2, my brain doesn't work. I've had a blast, gentlemen. Rave, Shoe
Yeah,
Shocker.
great time.
What do you guys...
It's been amazing.
You guys have enjoyed it? Lovely. We're all having a great time here. Sorry, I'll stop the fucking Trump impression.
The Jamond impression.
Hey, I can't say the words Jamond would say if I was doing a Jamond impression.
I mean, you could, but I don't think it would go very well.
Jamond would laugh at that joke, for the record. I love Jamond. I love TF2. I love you guys. Right, let's do some quick shout-outs before we wrap this up. Starting with you, Shoe Shocker.
Shout-outs to Mpreg. I think that's about it. Everybody that's in that server is a goat. You know who you are.
Real. Rave, any shout-outs from you?
Shout out to Just Jazz for letting me on the cast. That's it.
Music to my ears. Quick shout-outs for me. Shout-outs, all the boys of Bro Moment, past, present, and future. We might make a return one day, and we might just all be in happy retirement. Shout-outs Rave and Shoe Shocker for joining me on the cast. I appreciate both of you guys, especially Shoe Shocker coming in at late notice when we had to reschedule to this one. And Rave as well for just being like, hey, can I cast? Like, fuck yeah, let's get Rave on here. Shout-outs to Catherine LOL in the chat for being an engaged chatter and also providing some analysis that gave me a talking point to talk about. I really do appreciate it. Shout-outs both Catherine and the Smoko 07 for following, and as always, shout-outs to my cat and my dad. That'll close out this stream. This has been Just Jazz, Rave, Shoe Shocker, streaming. Let me just get it all out. Global Clan Pootis versus the Goblin Zone, RGL Main Blue Spring Mini-Season Semifinals and Young Sanity Yellow Celebration stream. We are going to send us over to Fireside Casts. Let me just make sure I have that all written correctly, and then I'll get you guys out of here. Yep, Fireside Casts. Streaming Rome versus Ravioli Boys. The game that we were going to do earlier. Go watch them, and then we will see you back here on Thursday. Later, guys.
Have a good night.
Bye.
This is probably...
And we're good.